Mana saya masukin?
Where can I pick up the link from you, William?
Yes. Nah.
Okay.
We are on now.
Okay. Yeah, you're on now. Let me share to my page. I share to my page and I share to my group.
You can share through the YouTube or you can share through the Facebook. YouTube,
I'm sharing through my Facebook.
Better.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
So if you look at my eyes, you know that I'm using two PC. Two Mac. One is MacBook. One is Macintosh. One is iMac.
Oh, okay. Nice.
That's why when you see my eyes looking up and down, that means I'm looking at both sides.
No worries. Okay, I think we are going to start now. Thank you very much for coming and listening to our discussion about Feng Shui and Karma. My name is William Wijayalim. For any of you who just first time watching me, I'm called the Karmic Recovery Specialist, and I'm here with one of my master in Chinese Metaphysics, Mr. Jenson Goh.
Hey, thank you, William. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you here. I mean, Jenson is an extraordinary teacher and master because he really cares about the students. So many of us actually having a very good relationship with him. That's why I don't feel burdened or I don't feel anything when I ask him like, do you want to be in my channel? Mostly he just say, okay, let's arrange the time. So that's why this is our second time and we are so very happy. Why we are going to talk about the Feng Shui, because one of the reason is you're going to open up your new classes about Feng Shui, yeah, Jenson?
Starting on this coming Friday.
This coming Friday, and I think it's better for him to tell about the lineage of the Feng Shui that he's having, and also why this Feng Shui class is quite special, because he added many new stuff that all students never even heard about it before. So it's going to be a very exciting class, yeah. Hello, Jenson.
Wait, I think there's a delay on my side. There's a video interruption.
Yeah, sorry about it, because we were quite late because there's some problem with our connections. It's either mine or his, but once mine is fixed, then it's not that good. Vice versa is like that. Okay, I think you're okay now. So please tell us about the Feng Shui courses that you're going to have this Friday. What's so special about it?
Well, actually, it's just a normal Feng Shui classes. It's just only that previously you have only attended the foundation course. But then I think it's about time where I bring you to the next level. There is things like, besides understanding where the sitting is, you are talking also about things like the house luck. Then what happened about all the bad SARS coming in, the external and the internal. So I have, I text you this afternoon, say that you have to come back because, of course, people like you, all the students all come back, all FOC. You all don't have to pay because my standard is that you don't keep paying, you only pay one time. Every time, wherever I got to upgrade, you'll just come in and see it, you'll just learn. And also, I'm going to do more linking with the parts. That's why this time, it's not only on the Feng Shui and the parts together. So I'm going to spend, it's almost more than 20 days of courses. But as you know, William, my courses do not stop after the class. My class start after you finish the whole lesson. Why? That is where you come back to me. That's why we do a one-to-one. Every now we got new cases. We go bring into the table. We get everybody coming and sit. But it's going to be a slightly difference now. Is that I also want all of you all to learn how to use digital. That's why I also already designed all the templates. The template is the 24 mountain template so that you can apply it. I will teach you basically how to do what I used to do That means before I go to the site to do a feng shui, I will do some preparation at home and how I tag together with Google. And surprisingly, through my experience after working, as long as I know I get the door direction and with the help of the owner, normally if I go down to the site, I can see there's only about 2 degrees to 3 degrees difference. As long as it don't end up in a different kwa, that means you don't fall into the 2 different kwa or different mountain, I'm okay. So I don't have to change. Or most likely you go in, then you realize that, hey, what I do preparation at home, it can work here. You don't have to do on site. And also one more thing is that I found out is that sometimes when you take some measurement, you know there are furnitures in the house, then you also have things like the columns, the pillars and all that. It might block. So you might not able to get the actual reading of the center of it. So with this technology, technology is there. And as you all know that I'm also IT trained. That's why I train all of you all to become internet marketer also. I think you all know that it's also part of it that you learn feng shui, you learn parts, you also learn internet marketing. So I'm trying to bring this thing in together with the technology like the Google, whatever you can get from Google, especially Google Map, how we can do it. In fact, I conducted the first class that is back on the 28th of February. I'm quite happy that most of them are so happy because they start to see different way of playing with the gadget. Okay, so what I'm going to bring this time in the class is that it's not going to be only about the theory. We also bring practical things like before and after, before the audit and during the audit, what you must look out for. That's why I add in so much thing, including all the playlists, the checklist. I have rearranged all the checklists as well. Then how you interact with the parts, because I always believe that I will never do a feng shui unless I know who is staying inside his parts. The person who, let's say you got 5% there, I want to know who are the 5% staying there. What kind of luck cycle are they going through? What kind of life? Will this house affect? Like you see, sometimes when you walk in and by just looking at the house, you might not know whether who will be the one to be affected by this house if they stay. There'll be someone that it might be the worst. So how can you help one of the weakest member in the family? If you know the parts, it'll be a very great help to that. Okay.
And I think, as you mentioned before, yeah, your classes is always like one payment only. So
Yeah.
it is better to actually enroll now. Why? Because his price also keep increasing. So if you already paid, you don't need to pay. You know, the price it keep increasing because he added more stuff. So you will learn more. And I think Jensen before once told us in our previous live sessions, yeah, that your lineage or that one is from Taiwan, so it's a bit different.
Yeah,
And
Taiwan.
I think it's also very good because you can actually learn many style of feng shui, which you want to apply. It depends on you, but one of the good thing about Jensen class is because the class is also quite the numbers not that big, so he can cater to each of us to really understand about the subjects. That's what I think is a bit helpful. because one master and other master will have advantage and disadvantage, and I think with Jenson, that one the advantage, especially if you actually enroll now. Yeah, so if you want to enroll now before Friday, you can actually just go to his Facebook, right? Jenson Goh Facebook. Then because what I know is you're having a special too, yeah, Jenson. You're going to give what? Feng Shui and Pazi, yeah?
Yes.
Feng Shui, Pazi, and also the social media. Well, he just mentioned why we also need to have the social media skills, because as the time, going to go to the social media, more to the technology, we need to equip ourselves, because you might be a consultant, but during this time you're going to do it like online. So you need to have the skill. It's a bit different than the old times, yeah.
Yeah, this time is slightly different. Especially if you're tapping together with Google. How you can make full use of Google and with the help of your client. Basically help you, you don't have to be there. Of course, your client presentation to you is also quite important. I mean, some of the things that they tell you, the things they see, whatever you want. Like for instance, I always start, okay, get me the direction, and from there we just continue from there. Yep.
Yeah. Well, there's people saying good evening, Master Jenson from Leong. He said the chi is too strong that disrupt the frequency of the data. And also there's Sandra. Hi, Masters.
Yeah, Sandra.
Hello again, Sandra. Sandra
Hi.
said you have to attend Master Goh class if you want to have simplicity to remember and understand Pazi and Feng Shui. Yeah, one of Jenson's trademark is actually he made everything so simple. In fact, he will teach you how to calculate Pazi chart using your own hands. And I think that one is a bit, not a bit, I think it's very useful, because sometimes you cannot rely everything on your gadget. Say your phone is off, you don't have any gadget, and somebody still asking you some parts, and you don't even know how to calculate the parts chart, and it's a bit,
Yeah, I encountered such a problem once, and I just basically got no gadget, no internet, so I got to rely on using my fingers to do calculation.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a bit funny. If any of you having a quite not good live streaming from Facebook, you can actually watch it through the YouTube. It's on Metapreneur. You just check YouTube under the name of Metapreneur. We are also having live. Hopefully that one is better, because the equipment is better for that side. And today we are going to talk about Feng Shui and Karma. And it's sometimes we did outside to the some good housing complex, how to calculate the parts. And this guy always met me and sometimes talk to me, and this time he really stopped and really wanted to talk to me all the time. So what happened, he asked me to join the lunch with him, and he brought me to his place. When I went to his house, I'm not that good yet in Feng Shui, but even for small Feng Shui structure, I can basically say that the house condition is not that good. Between him and his family's relationship, they're not that well connected. Like I mentioned to Master Jenson, because they have 2 stories, and stairs started from the middle, and because I think the lesson from Master Jenson is, the middle is supposed to be for the family gathering, so you don't actually disturb that, right? Something like that, lah. And as I mentioned to him, then he told me that everything what I said was true, and because he got this family problem, so this was his second marriage. I said that whenever you're picking up a house, you need to pick it up really, not only the condition of the house is good, or even if the environment is good, like it's the quite high society housing complex, but because we learn feng shui, we need to know the quality of the earth, the quality of the qi that goes there, because even if you live in a very good housing complex, there are several places that the qi is not distributing good, so the house is not actually bringing you like good influence lah, yeah, something like that. Yeah, you can listen to me, Jenson. My connection is still okay. Good. So that's why the first thing he said to me is, can it be fixed by praying? Yeah, you can listen to me, Jenson.
Oh yeah, now can really. Now can hear me.
No. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I just telling the story about what I just mentioned to you before we did that one. And the first thing after I told him about the house, he asked me if he can actually change the energy by praying. So there is still misconceptions that they think feng shui is very related to religions. And I think in your class, you really definitely clearly stated that, feng shui is an art that is not related to any religion at all, right?
Yeah, that's right. Those who, as you know, in the class is, I mentioned it, I make it very clear there's nothing to do with religion. In fact, if you ask me if you can find more than 1% religion, that is the very most. In fact, it's basically about, some is the art and some of them is the science. Okay, no religion involved. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's okay. Yeah, we mentioned your religion. I mean,
yeah,
Jenson is a Christian, and even for Singaporean Christians, sometimes don't believe in feng shui. I mean, in Indonesia, if you are Christian, mostly definitely you don't believe in it, because they think there has some connection between the religion and feng shui, and it's a bit of a challenge for us in this new era to telling people that we have these skills to improve your life, and it doesn't actually relate it to the religion, and what you actually need is open your mind. I really always need to check. You can actually listen to me or not, Jenson? Wah, no sound lagi. No sound.
No sound.
No sound again. So you cannot listen to whatever I said. Kedengaran nggak? Jenson.
Oh yeah. Now can ready.
Oh my gosh, what happened?
I think the chi, like what Boon say, chi too strong.
Chi too strong. Haven't had dinner. Chi too strong. So you're okay already now?
Yeah. Now I'm okay. I try to turn on to YouTube channel instead.
Yeah, I think it's better like that because I even forget what I just said last, but it's something about the religion stuff. Because some people still having conception that Feng Shui is deeply connected to religion, and actually Feng Shui is one of the way to change. It's a tool to change your life. You can basically change your karma through Feng Shui.
Yeah. Let me share something with you very interestingly is that someone who, my friend who was from my church who have asked me something about, because I think they also a little bit against of what I do, but then this is what I explained to them. Okay, number one thing, as you all know, that the the calendar, the 10,000 years calendar is basically, it was a farmer's calendar where they do harvesting and all that. And in those Chinese words and all that, basically there is no religion. Why? Because 4,000 years ago, you must understand that China do not understand what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They do not have A, B, C, D, E. What they have is their own Chinese language. And what you all can learn, whether in the 八字 or like Jia, the 10 heaven stand and the 12 earth branch, this is their language. This is what they learn, they understand. And during that time, in China, it's only Taoism, but in other country or other part of the world, they have other religion like the Christian, some other religion. So basically, it's not. And if someone also ever asked me, say that, what call it? Because 八字 is just like fortune telling. We can tell people. I say, come on. Imagine you go to the doctor and the doctor diagnosed that you're going to fall sick. Okay, let's say fine, you're going to have a cancer. So if they're going to forewarn you early, does it mean that they also violate the law by a Feng Shui Master? They tell you what's going to happen ahead. Isn't it the same? Only different, they diagnose. For us is that, no, to us is all this. To me, is there is no religion involved. Even that, for instance, even if I tell you, say, okay, you are going to travel this stretch of road, and I happen to pass by and I see there is a long traffic jam. If I go to warn you in advance, am I breaking the law by telling you something that you shouldn't know before you step out from the house, before you drive? No, right? I say, then this is what to me is all about. There is no religion.
True. Okay, I'm just going to read the comments again now. It's Richa. Hello, Master. Hello, Richa. Bu Yong said period 9 needs human Feng Shui as owning accommodation will be a plus. Does need selection different from the usual property selection. That's why we actually, most important, basically, we need Feng Shui. And we really need to learn Feng Shui from the real knowledge of Feng Shui. Because truly speaking, as I mentioned to Jenson before, what we know in Indonesia mostly, when we talk about Feng Shui Master, is someone who goes into your house, never check the parcel, never check the person who lives in the house. They just will pointing to certain angles of the house or certain part of the house and said like, oh, you need to change this. This one need to be demolished. You need to make this one big. You need to move this one, and you need to change your door. It's only like that. Okay. Can you listen to me, Jenson?
I lost you the last part, but I think I know roughly what you say. Let me share with you something very interestingly. Yesterday, you invite me to Clubhouse, right?
True.
And I was sharing something there very interestingly. Is that someone was asking about things like Sansa, 5 yellow, and all that. So, you see, imagine this is an apartment for 10 years. Okay, so not 10 years, 10-story apartment, and all of them facing the same direction. Does it mean that everybody from the first floor to the 10th floor all will have a problem? Everybody staying there? No, right? Because you still have to read into the 八字. Not everybody will get into trouble. So you must know who will be the one that get involved and who will be the one that will not get involved. So that's why I always believe that reading a 八字, like lately I also went to see someone and it's from the 八字. And what happened if you're trying to find a location maybe for the family, for the husband and wife, for their own individual work. And nowadays, in Singapore or most part of the world is that 2 parties work at the same time. So how are you going to cater beside the house wealth sector for them? How about individual, their work and all that? How are you going to create for individual and not affecting the rest of the family in the house? So without understanding the parts, I will not do it. I will have to understand both parts because I do not want to do something that will affect the other party.
That's true.
Also, one more thing is that as for those who have beginners, I always tell them is that it's best to stick on to one of the whichever, whether is it Feng Shui, 八字, 奇门, 紫微, stick on to one first. Do not jump until you have mastered the basic. Once you master the basic, the rest will come in very easy.
But your course is going to be a combination of Feng Shui and 八字, yeah? And
yes,
one of the secret trait here now is you're going to tell us how to read Feng Shui based from your 八字chart, right?
Oh yeah, there is one of them. Actually, I've been using it for a while. It's just only that I have not been teaching, sharing on this portion.
Mm-hmm. So can you share a bit? Because I think this one will make people quite interested.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
I still don't know that yet from you, so I just also want to know.
Okay, like for instance, if based on your 八字, okay, like certain of the elements you see, it's related to your living hall. There is certain element will be related to the kitchen. Certain elements will relate to your neighbors, your surrounding. In fact, from your 八字, sometimes you also can see through the years your house, where you stay, the environment, which I think I do a few demo in front of you, how I do calculation, right? But it's just only that I have never put into it. But this time, I add this into the class course.
Oh, so based from the 八字, then you can like certain attributes, like this one is belong to the kitchen or whatever. What can you do about it? Like you need to change something.
Okay. I like to talk about living hall because living hall we talk about kitchen is always belongs to some. Okay, so normally when I look at the so like let's say for instance you can see if the living hall if it's too dark, what are you going to what can you do to lighten up? Living hall is about money, it's about wealth, right? living hall is about well. So if your well is too dark, too dim, how are you going to brighten it? Then you can see, okay, is there any obstacle in between? Because your parts can tell you if there is a certain elements there.
Oh, so you can actually combine the Patsu one with your living hall, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, it can.
So, yeah, that's quite new to me. I just heard it from you. I still haven't learned it, but I think it's quite intriguing to know.
Like even another one is the all this one nobody asks, even though I teach, but because you all don't ask questions, so I don't really explain it so much. But then I think the last time we have one classmate who asked a lot of questions, and together not only one, three, four of them keep asking, and I really enjoy the keep asking, because that was the first time I explain and I do a demo how you use the 12 stages of life cycle to read a puzzle.
Oh, that's quite interesting because I know the 12 stages, but I'm still a bit confused about it.
Yeah.
Some people still confused about 12 stages, truly speaking.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes 12 stages also play important in your puzzle. Why I say that is that like for instance, people say, oh, you have a chisa coming in. Then before that, I want to know what is the strength of the chisa? Can it really harm me or not? Can it really harm the person or not? The main day master. If it can't harm them, so why you're so worried about the 7 killing coming in, or so-called the chisa coming in?
Oh.
So for me,
Well,
I will look into
that will
all this.
actually change the way you perceive, the way you look at your chart, right?
Yeah, that's how I see. That's why certain chart, I read it differently from what something I see. You say astro, I say no. Don't jump into a conclusion.
That's interesting. Master Zoe is also here. He said hi, Master Jenson. Hi, William. Hi.
Hi.
Then Leong said, I learned my Chinese metaphysics in Ximen, that selection and teaching from show and tell astrology. Show and tell astrology, the principal is Sandra. She is here. She is very good in drawing. So if you want to learn I Ching and Ximen, you can learn from her. You can learn the Feng Shui and Patsu from Master Jenson. So, you complement everything then together.
But I got to say that
Master hello.
Yeah, Master Sandra is very good. Right? I tell you, it's not easy to find someone that is good on both sides. And what she can do is that she can basically put the drawing to tell a story. That is something I don't think so a lot of people can do it. That is something that I really salute to her. I really have a high respect for the way she do it. And I think sometimes I got nothing to do. I just look at her picture just to enjoy the drawing.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about Chinese metaphysics, and especially this current era. You don't treat each other as your competitors, yeah, because Sandra is teaching, Master Jenson is also teaching, but what happened is they complement each other, they're praising each other, and I think that's very good because in something that you can ask and learn from each other.
I think you all also know that in the class I also tell you who I learned all my Feng Shui from, or who are my master, and who also I learned other Qi or I learned the Pazi from, because I always pay respect to the people who have taught me, and I don't believe in competition because even like I think how many times you all come to class I was telling you all, okay, there are some subjects that you have to go and learn from other masters. They could have teach you better. because I don't believe that one master will understand everything.
True, true. Well, Master Zoe said that you are very unique and special, and I think Master Zoe is
Thank you.
also unique and special. If someone of you from Hong Kong, if you want to go for a partial consultation, you can actually reach Master Zoe because she lives in Hong Kong, and I think that's the beauty of it. We can just pointing at each other. And Richa also good, and she lives in India. So if you are from India, you can talk to her. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
She said I'm also unique and special with my skills. Yeah, we all have our own different set of skills.
Yeah, and I think you also know something that what I always do is that I always I don't believe in a one-man show. There's a reason why I always help and make sure that as a group, as a community, we promote, we help each other. Like, I think one of the very important thing is in the social media today, you can't hide it. You can't hide away, but we have to accept that social media presence is the most important today. And instead of attacking each other, why not take the time, sit down, and help each other by promoting for them, because you will never cross it. That was a reason why I love that you come and post in my site. I keep asking you come and post in my site. Of course, if I know you, I welcome you. I even can share for you.
Yeah, that's a thing. It's very good because we as a Chinese metaphysics practitioners. That's why I said right. Some people even nowadays still thinking that Chinese metaphysics is deeply related to religion, and we can join together and we can re-educate people, and by doing that we can actually expand the market. By expanding the market, I mean the one who gets the benefit also us, right? I think Master Jensen also lost me again. No sound. Hello, hello.
Oh yes, yes. Sorry, you go mute for a while.
Ah,
Yeah. One more thing is, yeah, I just saw that this Master Richard was saying that we are very lucky. We are learning now, and so many software and master who align with today. Yeah, actually, I'm also quite lucky. I was together with my friend, my old friends. We just came out. Actually, we came out with 3 software. One is a 24 Mountain. One is a Pachai, and also the latest is a Pazi, which we add in more stuff than what it was originally have, and that is something that is quite unique. Then broadcast was blocked. Internet. So there is something that you can look into this. Because we also, I also just launched my software earlier, I think on the 4th of March.
Richard said, sir, I'm just a student, not a master. Even Jensen doesn't like to be called master. That's why we always call him grandmaster. The more he doesn't want to be called master, Master Zoe always the one who teach him. You are not master, of course, because you're grandmaster. And he always, no. It's very funny. We have questions, right? We have questions. The tea and quality of the land is very important when we choose a house. Can you listen to me?
Jensen? I only hear to the chi and the land.
Okay.
To select the house. After that is what?
The chi and quality of the land is very important when we choose a house.
Yes.
Yeah, please elaborate that one.
Yeah, of course. Your chi. Okay, you see, you also got to. Hey, wait. Can you hear me or not?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. I think you
Oh,
have
okay.
problem in listen to my voice. No?
Yeah, I hope I only the last time here you said the chi and the land is very important. I strongly agree that the chi and the land is very important. Okay, but whether is it for people who stay in or is it for the ancestor for buried? Okay, one thing I got to highlight to y'all, I think I told y'all many times is that I do not practice, I do not learn in zai feng shui. That means it's a cremation type. Okay, so that is something that I never learned. So if it's for the house, okay, in Singapore, most of our contact we are doing more as an apartment. Like I was talking to one master the other day is that, well, here we got so many so-called it's a city in Singapore. So we look at the landscape, you look at the mountain, you look at the river. What kind of how can we find it? Where in Singapore we got a lot of high-rise buildings and all that. So of course the chi is very important, but then there is also you also have to look into all the nearby buildings and all that. Are they bringing all the chi? Because I believe that in the city like in Singapore, Hong Kong, KL, Jakarta, all the big cities, I think you got a lot of buildings are built in such a way that the shape is different. It's unlike in the big piece of land, okay, like those in the countrysides and all that. So to me, yes, agree. And if even if the best feng shui and the landscape you have, if nobody stays there, it's still useless because you still have to interact with whoever stays there.
Okay.
Can you hear me or not, first of all?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me, because
Yeah.
I do not know whether you all can hear me because it gets very quiet.
The only sound that can reply is only me, so I think I'm okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
I
I
mean,
read
sorry
more on the
guys,
text.
because I don't know why today we always have problems with our connection. So sometimes Master Jensen cannot listen to what I said. It's a bit disturbing. So I'm very sorry for today's live. But yeah, anyway, we just want to tell you there is question some more. Yeah, say like how can feng shui change our life? And also talking about is feng shui and karma connecting? And because I'm dealing mostly with karma, I think this question I'm going to answer. Uh, yes, karma and feng shui is very connecting because you see, you can actually see patterns in your house. Um, you can move to a bigger house. Like I actually met few clients because I also did healing. When their problems are not solved, they tend to even if they move to a bigger house to a better surrounding, their house pattern is quite the same. So that's what I said. The karma is still the same. That's why you actually need to get instruction or help from a real feng shui master when you want to choose your property, because otherwise, even if you move to a new house, you will still um, face the same problem. You don't solve it. And like Lisa said, problem is seen in parcel and cure can be in feng shui. You can actually cure a lot of things doing feng shui. If you don't do feng shui well, you might even have more problems in your life and you don't know why it can happen in your life, right, Master? I think he's lost again. You lost? Oh my gosh.
What?
No sound again. No sound again. Halo, halo.
Anything.
Gak ada suara aja, tau. Hello? Can you listen to me?
Yes, yes. Now can ready. I lost you for almost 1 minute or more. What are you talking about earlier?
So I'm talking about the Feng Shui and karma. Why is it connecting? Like I told you before, right?
Yes.
Even if you have if you buy a new property, if you buy going to move to a new place which is bigger and also be in a better environment, what happens if you don't find a Feng Shui master to help you? You're actually going to have similar pattern with your old house. The qi might be having the same bad circulation of qi. The problems that they're facing is going to be the same. Right? That's a bit probably shocking to some people. Richa said, that you can see problem in parts and cure can be in Feng Shui. That's why it's very important for you to look out for a good property which actually can aid you to cure some of your problems. If you don't know it, you might even add some more problems to your life. Right? You can listen to me now, Jenson?
Yeah. Listening to you now.
Good.
It just only got there. I think there is a delay.
Oh, okay. That's why I think Feng Shui and karma is really connecting to each other. Because karma is actually sort of like pattern of your life, the way you see your life, the way you handle your problems and everything. And if you're having the same Feng Shui, the same bad structure you're having, even if you moving to a new house, it won't solve any problem. Probably it will just create a new problems. Is there luck during that time? True. Master Zoe, it's true. Oh, Spark said can hear me, but cannot Jenson Goh. Oh my God. Yeah, but see, it's their luck during that time. That's why I think it's important for us who are actually doing Chinese metaphysics to educate the market, to give more knowledge to people, so they don't think that Feng Shui, is like something related to religion or some magic, whatever. So they can actually believe in Feng Shui, because as you know, like Master Zoe, she won how many lottery, and even Master Jenson also setting up his own Feng Shui house. And how many times you won lottery? Really need to tell one that one. It's very bad Indonesia don't have lottery. Otherwise, I'm really going to do it myself. Can you listen, Jenson?
On and off.
Oh my God.
Today bad weather or bad qi, or the qi is too strong they cannot handle.
Yeah. Zoe said, it's right to engaging a proper Feng Shui master. Yeah, that's true, Zoe. I think we need to educate people, because like I said before, a lot of Feng Shui master also, I don't know if they're really master or not. You really need to know who is the real master Feng Shui. I'm not saying I'm a real one, because I'm still a student, but anyway, some people, like I mentioned, yes, I always said Feng Shui master is not a magician. Well, Leong said we need more session from the other master too due to the lag. Bro William, this series need to be extended with regards to karma with the other masters. Yes, Leong, thank you so much. Mike, one day we try to connect it karma with Feng Shui and with Patsi, because I think that one is not separable. It is fit in together. You can say karma is like the luck pillar. If you're having a very good luck pillar, then your karma sort of everything's good. But still, depending on the way it instill in your brain, in your subconscious mind, if your subconscious mind has a lot of bad programs, even in your luck pillar, in your good luck pillar, you cannot obtain the maximum of what you're trying to achieve, something like that. Jenson, can you actually listen or not? Still on and off, is it? Nggak kedengaran, kenapa suaranya? Ada di dia, dikit aja. Oh. Jenson, I think you need to check your connection and also your microphone, I think, because here everything is clear.
Hey, Kim.
Yeah. Because, yeah, are you okay, Jenson? It's like watching a pantomime, you know. I talk and you just like you don't know what you listen. Because there is some problem with Master Jenson's microphone, so we cannot actually listen to what he said, and this conversation become one-sided because I cannot talk and discuss with him, and whenever I finish talking and he still couldn't listen to what I just said, I think we better stop this session now, and we better probably arrange some other time to talk again about it, because it's a bit depressing because maybe people keep listening to, you know, I keep repeating stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for everyone to be here. Sorry, because there's still something wrong with the tech. Hopefully next time the tech is getting better. Yeah, I'm going to tell him later and call him, because otherwise I don't think he can listen to us and he can listen to me. Okay, thank you guys. See you later. Bye.